Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I will be explaining the powers and abilities of Star-Lord. Peter Jason Quill, leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy and heir to the throne of Spartax. Peter's father was Jason Quill, the king of Spartax, and during a war with the Badoon, an alien race, he crash-landed on Earth, where he met Meredith Quill, Peter's mother. The two of them fell in love, but eventually, Peter's father had to return to space to fight in the war with the Badoon. The Badoon being a highly aggressive empire, leaving Peter's mother to raise Peter all by herself. Eventually the Badoon came to Earth, looking to end the Spartax line of royalty. The Badoon showed up and murdered Peter's mother. Peter ran through the house and found a shotgun, which he used to kill both the Badoon soldiers. He then found that his father left his element blaster on Earth in their house. Peter then decided he would do anything he could to track down the Badoon and get revenge for his mother. So he joined NASA, and while at NASA, he stole a spaceship and went into space. While in space searching for the murderers who killed his mother, Quill came across Yondu and his gang, the Ravagers, and Quill joined up and was mentored by Yondu and became an outlaw. At some point, Peter met his father, Jason Quill, and was offered to become the Star-Lord, the rightful prince of Spartax. But when Quill discovered that his father was actually a tyrannical king, Quill refused and decided to dedicate his life to being a superhero in space. Quill went on several adventures protecting the spaceways as the hero Star-Lord, until one day, a villain named the Fallen One was going to destroy an innocent planet. Quill had a sentient ship that he called Ship that had the ability to absorb life energy, and they knew the only way they could get the amount of life energy they needed to defeat the Fallen One and stop him from destroying the entire planet was to sacrifice the lives of hundreds of thousands of people, absorbing their life energy to destroy the Fallen One. Peter did so and ended up saving the entire planet, but felt guilty for the sacrifice that he made and turned himself into the Nova Corps for punishment. Quill was placed inside of the Kiln, a supermax prison. Eventually Quill got out, but then the Annihilation War sparked, which was a war waged by Annihilus and his waves of armies of evil bugs. During the war, Quill would fight alongside many other heroes who would one day become members of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Quill was crucial to the war effort, and afterwards, he and Nova Prime came together, realizing that just in case anything happened like this again, there needed to be a team in place to protect the galaxy. So, together they created the Guardians of the Galaxy, making Peter their leader. And since then, Quill has gone on to lead the Guardians on many, many missions, saving the galaxy. Now for Quill's powers. Due to Quill being a human Spartax hybrid, he is slightly stronger and faster and more durable than regular humans. As we can see here, he's strong enough to kick and punch Ronan the Accuser and actually move him around. And as a teenager, he was strong enough to punch a robot's head clean off. As for Peter's durability, he's strong enough to take huge punches from large aliens. Quill was able to survive getting slammed through a metal wall by Thanos, and Quill was able to survive getting thrown through a stone wall. Quill is very agile, as we can see here, he uses it in combat. As for Quill's reflexes, he was fast enough to dodge Cancerverse Thor's hammer. He's also fast enough to dodge lasers, as we can see here. Quill was able to jump in front of a laser, saving Gamora's life. He survived this with his highly protective body armor. Quill wears numerous kinds of different body armors, and numerous different suits that all have different gadgets and protect him. As we can see here, he's protected from more laser fire. The armors protect him in the vacuum of space, and allow him to breathe in space with the different high-tech helmets that he has. Quill's gadgets include a body-wide electric shock that allowed him to escape Spider-Man's webbing, and scanners in his helmet that allow him to identify enemy weaknesses. He can also scan for evidence and particles that are hard to see with his helmet. He can also scan for booby traps. His helmet comes on instantaneously and can protect him from danger. And the helmet also has a remote control for Peter's ships. Inside of Peter's boots, he keeps a secret communicator, which he uses in tricky situations. Of course, Peter always makes use of his jet boots, which allow him to fly very fast. And he can also use them to shoot out giant bolts of energy or fire, which he used to escape a prison cell once, blowing people back. He often uses his jet boots during combat. As we can see here, he uses them to fly and bulldoze enemies. Quill can use his jet boots to perform flips, and is very good in 360 combat with them. Now for Quill's element blasters. Quill's element blasters are his birthright as the Prince of Spartax. Originally, it was just one gun that had the Spartax symbol on it, but eventually Peter was able to modify them, take them apart, and make two of them. Quill can use them to shoot deadly energy blasts, which he can use to blow up spaceships. Quill was even able to one-shot a Kree accuser with them. And Quill was able to easily defeat Outriders with his energy blasts. Now as for the element projection part, when Quill shoots out his element blaster energies, they actually can change the molecules in an object to whatever element he desires. As we can see here, he transforms a door into ice, which tracks then shatters. Quill can use the freezing power to freeze large areas. The freezing power from Quill's element blasters were so strong, he was able to temporarily put out Cosmic Ghost Rider's head flames, although they did regenerate quickly. As for the earth powers of the element gun, Quill was able to shoot out granite, encasing an enemy in granite. And once to stop a speeding car, Quill was able to generate a large rock formation, stopping the car dead in its tracks. Quill once encased the Greek goddess Artemis inside diamonds, keeping her trapped. Quill can also shoot lightning out of his element blaster, and the blast was so powerful that he was able to knock out Thor's sister, Angela. And he also used a large electricity blast to knock out Cancerverse Iron Man. And he can also shoot out small electricity blasts to stun enemies. Quill can also generate devastating fire blasts, which he was able to use to push back an entire horde of Badoon soldiers and then also burn them alive. Quill can also use his element blasters for conventional means, like starting a fire. And at only 60% power capacity, Quill was able to generate hurricane-force winds with the element blaster, pushing back a large group of enemies, and accidentally launching back a large part of the crowd that was around them. And Quill can shoot water out of his element blasters. Recently, Quill became a part of the Greek god pantheon, and while doing so, he absorbed their energies into his element blasters, making them magic, allowing him to make them appear in his hands if he wants to, making them 1,000 times more powerful, and giving himself immortality and giving himself other powers that have yet to be explored. So, with the powers of the Greek gods inside of him and in his element blasters, Quill was able to generate a blast so big that he was able to destroy an entire alien warship with one blast with little effort. Shortly after this, though, Quill's energies proved unstable and he lost his element blaster. So will he get it back, or his Greek god pantheon powers? We have to wait for the next story to figure that out. I really do hope he gets his element blaster back. As for Quill's fighting skills, he was able to hold his own against Daredevil and give him a really good fight, although he was eventually defeated. Although it was a sneak attack, and I think Quill could beat Daredevil if he was ready for the fight. As we can see here, he was able to take on 2 Kree soldiers at the same time, who are all superior in strength and speed to humans. Quill is also a master battle strategist. That is what allowed him to join Yondu's crew, as Yondu saw that he had skills. So all of Quill's skills and powers, and devil-may-care charm, and technology, are what make him the perfect leader of a bunch of rogues like the Guardians of the Galaxy. At one point, when Quill had the choice between saving his friends and getting revenge on the Badoon that killed his mother, Quill let the Badoon go and never saw them again, and chose to save his friends, proving himself a true hero. Well everyone, thanks for watching. Until next time.